Just as predicted, it looks like Warner Brothers is about to be bought by Paramount Skydance. That's right, folks. We've got the big news coming your way, and we gotta say, it's about to be a giant company able to take on Disney. Hello and welcome back. It is a beautiful day, and it's all because you've decided to come our way. We're ready to talk about the entertainment industry, and specifically, what could be the formation of a mega rival to the Walt Disney Company, the likes of which they have not faced in decades. Vash Sky is here to walk us through what's happening. But Vash, we predicted for weeks now, especially on the Pro Channel, that Paramount Skydance was in the lead to buy up Warner Brothers. And it does look like the lease on that tower is going to go over to the Ellisons, who control all of this. What are we finding out now, Vash?
This is very interesting. So the bids are in, Pro. We were covering the updates for this very, very closely, and we saw that the final, or at least the initial round of bidding, were going to be in place and delivered to Warner Brothers, I believe, November 20th. And it looks like, David Zaslav, maybe not getting necessarily what he wanted, but it does look like Paramount Skydance is going to be the winner here, at least initially. Now, they haven't announced that the winning bids just yet, but they are well positioned to do this, and for various reasons. Mostly because the competition, I don't think, is quite up to taking on the entire Warner Brothers Discovery business here. But let's go ahead and get right into it. That part was new Warner Brothers bids reportedly.
Before you do, let me just gently push back on the Zaslav thing, because I want to say this.
Go ahead.
It seems like Zaslav's losing here, right? But that's really not the case. This is sort of Trump-esque, all right? What Zaslav has done is he's positioned this as saying, we want the $30 per share. Well, of course he does. I want $1 million right now handed to me inside a briefcase on top of the, outside the front doors of the studio. Okay. Am I going to get it? No. Zaslav is asking for more than he's likely to receive. What have we reported on the Pro Channel and on the WDW Pro Patreon? What have we reported on? We've said consistently now for weeks that it's likely, although not certain, and no financial advice is being given, likely that Paramount's going to pick this up, and probably for about $27 per share. And guess what? That's what it looks like it's going to be. Now, did Zaslav want more? Sure. And he got more, but you never get what you're asking for. You see what I'm saying? This could have gone way lower, way lower. In fact, I'm going to say that Zaslav has played this pretty darn well. So we need to understand this at a resolution that goes beyond what the drive-bys, the legacy dinosaur types would say. And we need to get into the metadata here and say, looks like Zaslav has played this pretty good. And he may be under the hood of Warner Brothers still making a lot of money, even under the Ellisons.
It's an interesting point to be made here, because for the players involved, really the only one that has had a real outstanding chance in order to receive Warner Brothers Discovery is Paramount Skydance. Remember, they want the whole thing versus like Netflix and Universal, for example. They only want a portion of that. We'll get into that in just a moment.
I don't think Netflix wants them. I think Netflix wants to be part of the conversation. I'm just being honest. I don't think Netflix wants this at all.
Well, what I was saying is that you make a great point in that they were able to move Paramount Skydance 3 times, by denying their bids for this company, and they were able to increase both the price and what Zaslav's compensation will actually be for this. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. New Warner Brothers bids reportedly undercut Zaslav's $30 goal. This by Marvin Montanaro, November 21st, 2025. The first round of Warner Brothers bids have officially landed, and the early numbers reportedly don't come close to a $30 per share that CEO David Zaslav hoped to command. According to On the Money, offers were delivered at noon on Thursday, and insiders say the winning figure will, quote, likely fall short of Zaslav's target. Now that the real contenders have stepped onto the field, the picture of who's actually in this race is much more focused and much smaller than the months of online discourse has suggested. The New York Post reports confirms that the bidding war centers on just 3 players, that being Paramount Skydance, Comcast, and Netflix. I think right now, Pro, I think we should point out that I understand that Netflix, they might not be interested, but the parts that they, if at all, are interested in, along with Comcast, are the streaming and the studio with their IP. Is that correct?
You can basically say this is between Paramount and Comcast. That's it.
Yes.
Skydance and Comcast.
That's true.
And this next part, Vash, I haven't had a chance to see this article yet.
Okay.
This is so fun to me. Folks, I'm seeing this for the first time. It says advisors close to the Ellisons are warning not to push past the upper 20s. Specifically, they don't want to cross $27. What have I been reporting for weeks? I mean, this is so much fun. It's like Christmas Day for me, because yet again, we have one of these scoops that comes absolutely true. What does it mean when they say they don't want to cross $27? It means it's going to be $27. Now,
exactly.
I can't say that because somebody out there is going to say, well, he gave me financial advice. Speculation, okay? Future thing hasn't happened yet. But when they're broadcasting, we don't want to go past 27. What that says is that's going to be where it lands is 27. Let's play it the opposite way. We talked about this on the Zaslav side, right? Let's do it on the Ellison side. The Ellisons are saying they'd like to have it around 25. Well, I'd like $1 million in a briefcase outside the front of the studio. I've already done this, right? What does it mean? Yeah. Zaslav wants 30. They want 25. They won't cross 27. So where is it going to be? It's going to be 27. Oh, I can't say that though, Vash. It's speculation. Oh, I don't want to be Jim Cramer. I don't want to be wrong and be held to account on this.
Well, let's see what Comcast and Netflix might have in store here. Meanwhile, the Comcast and Netflix each face serious scrutiny. The Post states outright that both companies face, quote, significant regulatory hurdles from the Trump administration, hurdles that could drag their approvals out for years. And in Comcast's case, debt concerns complicate the equation even further. Do you know how much outstanding debt Comcast has right now?
I'm not sure. I know that music, though, plays a huge part in this, the problem that they would find if they try to combine Warner Brothers and Comcast.
It does. Comcast holds currently right now $100 billion in debt. Not only that, but their stock price is one of the lowest it has been for a little while. So from a credit rating perspective, it's gonna be trouble for them to get a loan large enough in order to cover even the portion that they want. And again, Paramount Skydance is the only one that wants the entire package before a split or a spinoff were to occur within Warner Bros. Discovery. Now, Pro, what do you think about the Saudis potentially getting involved right here?
Here's what I think about this. Get ready, folks. Okay,
go ahead.
There are those out there who say you guys are just clickbaiters. You're just rage baiting people into engaging with your videos and your content. Folks, let me tell you something. Did you ever see us come out on the Pro Twitter account or the Pro channel or thatparkplace.com or that Park Place right here? Did you ever hear Valiant Renegade or Jonas J. Campbell or Vash Sky or any of these guys? Did you ever hear them say Saudi Arabia is about to buy? Yeah, well, we're hearing sources. It's going to happen. No, you didn't. You know why? Because it was never true. This was never anything real. It's a bunch of fluff and stuff. And you know why they fluff and stuffed you? Because the actual clickbaiters out there, who they're the ones who say, they're a bunch of clickbaiters. Don't listen to them. They're the ones who are out there on X talking about this stuff because they're so desperate for you to please click on them. Listen, I don't know who reported it, okay? I didn't pay enough attention to it because we talked to people and it wasn't real. It wasn't real. It never was real. It's not going to be real. It was just a bunch of buzz to get you to click on some other stuff, to distract you from what's really going on. And what they're so darn angry about, Vash, is this. If and when Paramount Skydance buys Warner Brothers, Paramount Skydance gets CNN. And I'm real careful, Vash, and you know this. We've talked about it. I'm really careful not to do anything political here on this channel. I try to be like Dolly Parton. She says she hates politics. And on this channel, I try to be as far away from it as I can be. There's no way to cover this without you all knowing that they are rooting for. Who's they? You know who they is. They being the legacy media and the access media, the Hollywood types. They can't stand the idea of CBS and CBS News controlling CNN, which is part of Warner Brothers.
Crazy.
And if Paramount Skydance gets a hold of CNN, Bari Weiss will be in charge of CNN. And what's the other cable channel that has sort of the same views as CNN? MSNBC, which was just rebranded MS Now and whose ratings have crashed. So we can't cover this without telling you this is the reason there's been so much disinformation, is because they're trying to flood the zone with a bunch of crap to wreck these kinds of negotiations and throw all kinds of uncertainty into it. That's what's going on, because they're terrified of the messaging being removed from some of their favorite ways, their favorite vehicles to drive it. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, it is particularly crazy to see the attacks on Ellison specifically, on David Ellison. I think Larry Ellison, it was confirmed that he would backstop any bid that he would make. So again, I don't know necessarily where the Saudi influence comes in that regard. Some people were connecting it to Comcast specifically because of their debt issues and because of the issues surrounding whether or not they would actually be able to get a loan to that extent, given their credit rating and issues that we've noted before.
There's oil under that tower, Vash. There's oil under that tower. That's why the Saudis won.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not sure about the Saudi connection right now. I think Puck was also saying that Comcast's Brian Roberts might have been in the UAE specifically to actually negotiate whether or not they're actually going to set up a theme park there, which is very, very interesting following Disney's lead. But to the story entirely.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Mr. Bellany, we love you. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I didn't know you're one of the ones reporting it, but listen, Saudi Arabia is not going to buy Warner Brothers. It's not going to happen. If they do, I will eat crow right here on this channel. I will do it. I'll do it, Vash. But it's Paramount Skydance. They were going to get it from the beginning. They're still going to get it. That's the way it's going to be.
Boom.
Folks, send this video out far and wide. Click the like button, share, subscribe. Click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is notification bell. Drop a comment down below. And until the next time, we have the joy, the pleasure, the responsibility, and never financial advice. We'll see you real soon. From your friends here on TPP, where all the news should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.